It's hot, it's spicy, it's Hot Stuff Wednesday. So glad to have you join us for another amazing episode. Now, in our society and especially on social media, we see a lot of people exhibit several characters and making so many excuses for their bad behaviors under mantras like, it is not your business, it is my life, you don't pay my bills, who you help. I'm an adult, so I can choose to live my life the way I want. Also, we've seen a lot of people tell us that courtesy demands you to do this, to do that, to act a particular way or to be of a certain behavior. Join us today on Hot Stuff Wednesday as we discuss etiquette and what courtesy demands from you and I. You're going to be meeting my amazing co-hosts after this break. I'm Juan Adana. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now, like we said before the break, courtesy is definitely a boss on its own as it demands a lot from so many people, you and I included. Today on Hot Stuff Wednesday, we're discussing etiquette and what courtesy demands from all of us. To do that, I'm joined by my amazing, beautifully dressed, gorgeous co-hosts in the house, Favor and Faith. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Adana.
You look peng, you know.
You look beautiful too.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Welcome. Now, like I already introduced, we're discussing etiquette today and what courtesy demands. But I know many of us already know what etiquette is, but there's still a percentage of people that don't exactly understand it. So I want us to give a basis for our conversation. What is etiquette? What does it mean to you?
Okay, to me, I'll say etiquettes are just good behaviors that set rules for good behaviors so that the environment you find yourself, be conducive for you and for others.
Faith, do you totally agree with Favor?
Well, I'll just say polite behavior, because most of the times it's about being polite, and a lot of us have lost that part of us. But yeah, I think etiquette has to do with polite behavior in the society for you and for others.
Okay, that is so nice. My co-hosts have already introduced what etiquette is, and we're going to be going into the conversation proper very soon. But before we go, Favor is holding a magic box. I want to know what that is about.
Okay, so we're playing a game this morning.
Hey,
it's
God.
Tongue twisters all around. So
okay.
Let me know how good you are with tongue twisters. All right, let's begin with the game. Adana.
Why do I have to go first?
Go first.
So you read out, then you repeat like three times.
Okay. 3 times. I think that's fair enough. The sun shall soon shine.
Okay, go ahead.
The sun shall soon shine, 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 the sun shall soon shine.
That was good.
Hey,
okay,
God. Village people. Don't follow me here. Hey, Father Francis fried 5 fishes. Why did you add fresh? Okay, so Father Francis fried 5 fishes. 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 Father Francis fried 5. Hey.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let me try.
Father Francis.
Ooh.
Now give me fish to eat.
6 sticky skeletons. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Good luck.
Let's go. 6 sticky skeletons.
Pick up.
6. Oh my God, I can't do this.
No, try. Children are what you know.
Okay. Red lorry, yellow lorry.
Okay.
Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Okay. That was so fortunate.
Thank you.
I'm going to embarrass my village people. Hey, can her hair and her an A?
Okay, let's hear the H factor.
Okay. Can her hair and her an A? Can her hair and her an A? Can her hair and her an A? Can her hair and her an A?
Okay.
Can her hair and her an A?
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, let me pick the last one.
Okay. Good luck.
Woo.
Again.
Not again. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells. Okay, thank you.
The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure.
Thank you, ladies, for playing the game. Let's go.
That was really interesting.
Thank you.
Now, I know, growing up, we had a lot of habits that it just felt like a norm for us. Things that we just come out every day and we do. I, for one, I did not mind, walking by the roadside and chewing on my snacks I didn't even care that I was lacking etiquette. And now, growing up, I'm seeing it that it's actually wrong. So I want us to say some things that we grew up doing that felt okay, but you're finding out now that it was totally wrong. Faith, I think you should go first. I like the laughter.
Okay, so first off, I attended an all-girls boarding school, and our principal then was heavy on etiquette. She'll be like, you don't have to chew loudly, you don't have to eat while walking on the road, you have to get to your destination first. And you should also say, as a lady, when you sit, you have to cross your legs in a certain way, you don't have to argue in public, So we're always very conscious of these things. But children now, most times, we'll just throw away the etiquette sometimes. So I know then they used to also be heavy on us, our parents and older ones, to tell you have to respect your older ones. If you see an elderly person doing something, assist the person and stuff like that. Well, I know a lot of things then we used to do, right? But the way the society is right now, you cannot trust anybody. You sure have to be careful.
Right.
So if you're showing kindness, you need to be sure of whom you're showing this kindness to. So that's why most times we are not like we are unkind though, but we don't want to be seen like a happy mumu. We don't want to be taken for granted and also we don't want people to become entitled along the line. So if I get into a train now, or maybe a plane now, and I know I'm already exhausted. Maybe the flight has been delayed and stuff, and maybe another person does not have a seat. My dear, the younger me would have gotten up for you. Right. But this old me now just act like I'm not even seeing. Why? Because those things you mentioned, I'll be like, you're not my mother, you're not my father, I beg. If you have your child on the plane, let your child stand for 45 minutes. Another person will stand if I don't stand. So we've become very, nonchalant about etiquette and being polite. So yeah, I'll just say, growing up, there were a lot of things we were told to do, but becoming an adult and the whole, no be you, they feed me.
Yeah, just to add to that, I remember too, growing up, when you're going to school, you see an elderly person or someone older, you tend to say good morning. So before you get to your destination, you say like 200 good morning.
I think children still do it too.
But these days, it's not as much as
they do it.
They still do it. Sometimes back then, when you enter public transport, you see an elderly person, you greet good morning, and the person end up paying for your fare. But these days, they are not as
used to greet though.
They
just walk past you like please go your own way, let me go my own way.
You both have taken me to the next questions. Things that we used to do then growing up. Do you think it's because, a lot of, should I say, bad things have started taking place in society? Because I know that when I was growing up, I used to be very excited. Whenever I'm walking on the road and I see an elderly person probably carrying a heavy load or maybe uncomfortable, I want to help out the person. And I used to enjoy it because especially the prayers, especially women, they will shower you so much prayers that you feel you'll never be unfortunate in life, you never have any bad luck. So because of the prayers and, the happiness and fulfillment I used to feel, I enjoyed helping out elderly people carry their stuff. But now, we hear of ritualism, we hear of kidnapping and a lot of things. I would have wanted to still continue it, trust me, but with so many things going on in the society now, I don't think I would still see an elderly person because you might feel you are going to turn into a chicken or yam in the long run or immediately after you help out the person. So do you think it's probably because of the way society has been fashioned now? A lot of people are no longer so keen on etiquette, especially when it has to do with elderly people.
Well, I'm not an elderly person, elderly, because me, I'm an old person. But I think the people in the best position are people who are of that age, that category of elderly, because I will not expect anybody to help me carry stuff. And I rarely see old people casually strolling on the road or maybe coming back from the market and stuff like that. So maybe if we have teenagers or younger people here, they will tell us if they still indulge, because I know I used to do it. I did it once.
But Faith, now you say you don't think you want to stand up for an elderly person.
Yes, no, I used to. That's why I'm saying growing up, we're heavy on etiquette. But right now, as an adult, I feel like I should start enjoying those privileges I was giving out as a child because I'm becoming old now.
So you're trying to say that etiquette relates more with younger people?
No. This particular one you're talking about, you made mention helping out an older person. So it's not an old person that will help an old person. It will definitely be a younger person. Maybe somebody that... I mentioned when I helped a lady once, an old lady. I did not know the journey was going to be that far. That's the truth. And after that day, I said, I'm not trying it again. It's not like I am unkind, but I just felt that this woman has taken me outside of my route. Now, that's where the entitlement thing comes up. I think at some point, if you see that this girl is this child is following you too far, you can say, oh, my daughter, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you get? Don't expect me to take you to your destination. If you do not see me on the road, I don't know if you get. So yeah, I feel most children still do it. I'm no longer a child. I'm no longer that young when it has to do with helping an elderly person. I'm sure people still do it, but I don't do it. Why? Because I mean, I don't even really carelessly just move around the road, or I think I'm grown now, so you know, teenagers should be helping me with my bag.
Speaking of helping people carry their bags, I don't think some people we cannot even go back to doing again because of like you said, you know, kidnapping and all of that. Imagine me sending my child to see someone on the road and help the person take the bag home. I will not be at peace with myself. So I don't think there are some that we cannot go back to. There are some we can still teach, you know, our kids, our younger ones to still do, like, you know, greet elderly persons. If you're in a public transport, stand up for elderly persons to sit, pregnant women, those that are differently abled, you know, to see those that you see that, okay, they are not feeling too well, let them sit while you're standing, because you're still young, you're still vibrant compared to this person.
Yeah, I think we're ladies on set today, so it's only right we talk about lady etiquette. I think Faith showed me a post yesterday about the proper way to sit and, you know, cross your leg as a lady, and we're all practicing it today. And we're told that if you're putting on something short, you know, you're not expected to cross your leg above the knee because it exposes your thighs and your underwears. But if you're putting on something long, it is allowed. And I think this is called the Dutch kind of, you know, leg crossing that we're practicing on set today. We also told that there's Cambridge cross, right? So apart from, you know, leg crossing when you're sitting, what are other lady etiquettes you've seen and you are expected to uphold as a lady? Favor.
You would never see me argue loudly.
Yeah, I also think when you go on a date,
why does he have to? Why are you now bringing this?
Ladies, so when you go on a date, you know, picking your calls and answering your calls while you're on the date is unladylike. And also, I think back in the days when people go out on dates or go to clubs, hang out,
answering calls on the date is unladylike.
No, when you're on a date, maybe on the dining, and you know you have someone calling you, then you start picking your calls, checking your phones, going through your phones, you distract the conversations. That's what I mean.
I think it becomes unladylike when you don't do the proper thing of saying, please excuse me.
No, I think if you take an excuse,
you should not be like more than once, or before the date starts, you should let the person know you're expecting a call.
How would I know if I'm call?
Or you put your phone on silence rather than taking your phone, and you know you distract the conversation. Also, like I was saying, when you go back in the days, when you go out, the person you go out with is the person you go back home with. But these days, people go out, and the person they go out with, they live with the other person.
You know, Favor has been in this dating scene for quite a while.
I don't know if you understand me.
So you, I carry come, but I carry go.
You understand? So
can you explain that a bit? Because
it's self-explanatory.
It's not really self-explanatory.
If you go out with somebody, like a guy takes you out, when you're done with the date, you're expected to go together. Even if you're not going home together, you leave. You live together. Not one person leaving while the lady stays back and maybe
expects another person. And what if I have a business meeting after the date?
Okay, Faith, lady etiquette.
Okay, so first of all, for ladies, I'm not going to talk about dates because now is our thing. Like we mentioned earlier about sitting positions for ladies, how we have to cross our legs. Also, our eating habits. I've seen some women that go out maybe with their friends and they're just like, no, you have to chew lightly.
Yeah.
If you're chewing, don't make sound.
Hey, there are some things you cannot eat lightly. You can't expect me to eat mango and eat mango lightly.
Ladies,
or
I'm
eat my corn
I'm
lightly.
saying ladies.
Sorry, I
don't
cannot be
follow
lady
Favor. Favor already in our husband's house. Don't eat loudly. Don't chew loudly. Don't start scraping plates. Bang, bang. You're looking for made in China. No, I'm not saying don't finish your food. But we know how ladies are now. We present ourselves as very fragile and adorable. So you have to act that way. So you don't have to laugh loudly. If there's a joke, even if it's very funny, or the save it for inside your house. Don't laugh like that. And when you're done eating and you want to pick your teeth, I beg, if you're using a dental floss or a toothpick, don't be doing like this. You can, just use your hand to cover your mouth.
Faith is really passionate about that this morning.
I'll pick it lightly.
You not be yourself.
Also, no, you can be yourself. You're a lady. The fact that you grew up in Africa does not mean that you're behaving Jaguda-like. Okay, so you also need to appreciate gestures that come from a gentleman. As a lady, if a guy opens the car door for you, say thank you. If a guy opens the office door, whatever kind gesture a guy shows to you, whether a guy, whether a girl, whatever, learn to say thank you. Show appreciation. Don't be an entitled lady. Lois posted something on the group, and if I see that woman, I'll give her a knock on her head. Yeah, so there are several other female etiquettes, yeah, but I'm not sure we have enough time to look at all of them. But yeah.
Okay, Favor, I heard you say when you're eating mango in public. Excuse me, please. Why would I want to eat mango in public in the first place? I know when I go out with someone, when I go out with friends, and unless I'm with my friends that I'm already very comfortable with, but if I'm going out for the first time and there's chicken, I know how to use my cutleries very well. So the one I can chop with the fork and knife, I put it in my mouth. The rest, I leave it there. But you actually see a lot of people outside. They are trying. They will even suck the bone marrow of the chicken. So why would I want to eat mango or suck my bone in public? I think there are certain things that you're in public, so you have to act like a lady. And we've talked about the lady etiquette. So let's talk about the guys, the gentlemen. What are the right things to do? Like I think Faith already talked about opening the door for a lady. What are other things that you think are gentlemanly and should be upheld as etiquette?
Favor. Okay, so just like the name implies, gentleman, you shall have to be gentle, even if you don't have it in your nature. I know a lot of men who say, I'm a very traditional man, I'm very African. Yeah, you can be African and still be gentle. Like opening the door, not just for ladies, but if you see someone walking towards you and the person has like a heavy load in his or her hands, you can just kindly open up the door for this person. Also, the fact that you're a man does not mean you cannot show appreciation as well. Also say thank you when somebody does something nice for you or to you. Don't laugh loudly in public. Don't be doing amebo. All those choo-choo-choo. You can do amebo in your house. Yes, it's okay for you to do it. But in a situation where you're outside and everybody is hearing your voice and they're like, everybody just wants to know who is that? Why man go they talk like that? You get to listen to comments like that. So as a man, you know how to, just like the ladies, eat decently, dress decently, behave nicely, and yes, the world will be a better place. It's not just a woman's place to be kind. People say a woman's heart is built differently. A human's heart is built differently. Let's all of us show kindness and be polite to one another.
I think the basic etiquette goes for both men and women. Learn to say thank you, learn to say please, learn to say I'm sorry. Think of others, put others in your place, and know how they will think if you do things that are not done to you. I think
another thing we have to, apart from ladies and gentlemen, I think Nigerians as a whole. I know I've been in a public transport once and someone was beside me talking very, very loudly and answering a phone call, and it was really disturbing me. And when I actually tried to say, you're shouting, the person picked offense and started shouting at me. So I think there are certain things. Have you seen bizarre situations of Nigerians? I know most times when you go out for maybe a conference or a meeting, someone comes late. There is a back door you're supposed to use. But you see someone that came late with very noisy heels or noisy shoes and they're following the front door so that everybody knows they're coming late. So as Nigerians, have you ever been in any bizarre situation where you see lack of etiquette come into play full time?
Hey, please let me give you one. This invite admits one. They'll invite you for a party and they'll give you an invite that admits one. You'll come with two friends and two other friends will be on their way. What is the matter? This is because of small chops. I think if someone invites you, it means the person has planned for a specific number of persons. If a person wants the event to be open and free, the person will put out billboards and do radio jingles. But if the person sends an invite to say, okay, this invite admits one person, please go alone. I beg you in the name of God.
All right, thank you so much for watching. That's the amount we can take today on etiquette to talk about the basic etiquette, sitting, position, eating. There are so many. If you have to follow all, so just do the ones you can do. All right, thank you so much for watching today's episode on The Breakfast Show. It's been hot, spicy Wednesday. Please do well to follow us on all our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel, TSLNIGERIA TV. Until we come your way next time, I'm Favor of Vienloba. Have a blessed day.
Stay connected to TSL Nigeria and get updates on the go all day, every day. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on TSL Nigeria Space TV and join our online family.